Yes, it's Thanksgiving. We're still going live. It's a lot later than 6 o'clock, but we're here. We're going to go over the comics we got yesterday. We have the biggest eater in the Marvel galaxy here, Galactus. Hopefully you had a good Thanksgiving. We did. We were busy eating, hanging out with family. That's why we're a little bit late tonight. But we still bought a huge stack of comics this week. Justice League Unlimited #1 came out. West Coast Avengers #1 came out. Absolute Batman continues. So without any further ado, let's go and look at the comics we bought this week. It's Thanksgiving week. It's a Justice League Unlimited edition because there's a lot of Justice League Unlimited comics in this. So right out of the gate, we got Absolute Batman #1, third print. This is the biggest selling book of the year. Absolute Batman sold more copies than any other comic book this entire year. Here is the third printing. Hopefully you guys are still buying it. It's been really good. Excellent series. Fantastic. Really rewriting a lot of the DC Universe. Issue #2, he actually plays cards with some of the major villains he's had. But they're a little bit different. Let's keep going. It's a Batman kind of Justice. It's a Batman Justice League Detective Comics number 1091. This is the McFarlane cover. Really loving these McFarlane action figure covers. They are done absolutely fantastic. Hopefully you guys are picking them up like I am. I love the action figure covers. Batman and the Long Halloween. The Last Halloween #3. Series has been really good. Kind of got a nice horror element to it. This is issue #3. Jeff Loeb is writing it, and Mark Chiarillo is doing the artwork. If anyone's reading it, let me know. I'd like to hear what you think of this, because I absolutely love it. I don't know, Here's another one. Nightwing #120. This is another Todd McFarlane cover. There you go. So here's, oh wait, no, there's one more. Batman and Santa Claus Silent Night Returns #1. Really enjoyed this last year. I'm glad they're doing a second one. Batman and Santa Claus team up. How great is that? Here's the Batman titles for the week. There are a lot. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's on the cover of one. So the last 2 weeks there's been at least 5 Batman covers. Let's keep going. Wonder Woman. All in #1. This is the second printing. Another big seller for DC. I wouldn't be surprised if next month, if Absolute Batman and Absolute Wonder Woman and Absolute Superman are in the top 10 selling comic books. Look at Superman now. Action Comics 1077. Action Comics has become weekly now for some reason. I remember they did this back in the 90s and they kind of changed the stories. Now they're just doing it, and it's, what do you think? You guys liking this? Are you enjoying Action Comics that it's weekly? It's a lot more money at it's $5 $5 a comic book is a lot to me, right? My weeklies now are $5 each. It's a little bit much. Hello, Kennedy. Hello, QP Sherlock. Thank you for joining us on Thanksgiving. Hopefully you guys had a good Thanksgiving, and now you're winding down and reading your comic book, so hopefully you're enjoying it. Power Girl if you're not subscribed right now to us. We're worth it. We do a lot of comic book stuff, a lot of collectible stuff. Check out our interviews with some creators. We do a lot of stuff here. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Power Girl 15, Leah Williams writing. Adriana Milo is doing the artwork. This has been a really good series. Superman and Batman seem to take up all of the spots. Superman 20, Joshua Williamson, Dan Mora. Look who's back. I know whose hand that is. That's the Superman titles for the week. There we go. There's 3. All right. 3 Superman titles. 5 Batman titles. 3 Superman titles. There you go. Let's keep going. What are you guys buying? Rarest figure? I have some really rare of the Justice League Unlimited figures, which was a great question, and it connects to today. I have some of the really rare ones of those ones that sell for in the $400 or $500 range. I have statues that are worth a lot too around. We're planning on doing a look at the actual man cave here where we keep all of our stuff. You guys see behind me all the time. You haven't seen in front of me, but it's coming. Multiverse is #6. Haven't started reading this yet. Would love to know what you guys think of this if you're reading it. It's a big crossover thing with DC Comics and all of the other things. My favorite title, if you guys have been watching, is The Flash. Here is The Flash number 15. This is the Mike Del Mundo cover, Oscar Vildaram cover, and Dyke Rune cover. So I bought all three of the covers. I try to get as many Flash covers as I possibly can. Here's all three. It's good. It's good. I do not collect Ninja Turtles figures. Majority of my figures are DC figures. So I have mostly DC figures. Some, if you look behind me, there's some Marvel figures behind me. If you, actually, I'll show you. If you look on the side right here, some more DC figures. So primarily DC figures for me. I don't really collect Turtles. I collected them when I was younger, but not anymore. You collect Turtles. Hopefully you collect Turtles comics too, because comics big for me. Green Arrow number 18, Chris Condon and Montos. This is my favorite series at DC right now. It's been really good. He's doing a great job writing it. Joshua Williamson is a great writer, so it's been fantastic. Thoughts on global warming? I don't think about global warming. I do have Batman. Lots and lots of Batman. And now, we titled this Justice League Unlimited this week. Here is why we titled it Justice League Unlimited. Because the new Justice League Unlimited series came out finally, and there are a lot of covers. Mark Waid is writing, Dan Mora is doing the artwork. This is the Dan Mora cover. So there's a Dan Mora cover, a Jim Lee cover. Yes, the CEO is doing covers still. Great Jim Lee looking cover. Andy Kubert cover. Howard Porter cover. I like variant covers. Ed Venice wraparound cover, which is a homage cover to the old Justice League. This is my favorite cover of the week. Simone Bianchi cover. A blank cover, which I will have someone do the artwork on, if you have a specific artist. I have some Spider-Man. Some of the rare Spider-Man comics. And finally, a foil wraparound cover. This is the all-in cover. If you read this, I'd love to know what you think about it. I didn't read it yet. I'd love to know what you think about the new Justice League Unlimited. This is our DC pile for the week. Pretty good. A lot of DC stuff. Now let's look at our Marvel pile. Remember, before we look at Marvel, we looked at our DC. Make sure you subscribe. If you want, give us a gift. We could use the money. I pay a lot of money for comic books, so gift, become a member. Oh yeah, I have the Avengers, of course. If you're a comic book collector, how could you not have the Avengers? The West Coast Avengers, thanks for the lead-in. West Coast Avengers started this week. Here's issue number 1. I bought this one and the Spider-Woman variant. I'm a big fan of Spider-Woman. So there you go. Amazing Spider-Man number 62, Scotty Young cover. You know I love Scotty Young. And there should be and there's a second one. Marvel 2-in-1 variants to continue this week. Here's Marvel 2-in-1 Thing and Spider-Man. Anybody out there remember what the comic book Spider-Man was in when he was with other Marvel characters? So this is Marvel 2-in-1 was when the Thing was with another character. What was it called when Spider-Man was with another character? Does anyone remember? Write it in the comments if you do. Blade number 2. This is a red band, which means it's for adults. So this is for an adult. And here's Dazzler for the week. Dazzler number 3, Terry Dodson cover. The Thing, Dazzler as a Thing cover. Annie Wu cover. Yes, I am a Dazzler fan. And Sean is a Person's cover. This is Multiple Man cover. Multiple Man is part of her crew. He helps her carry her equipment in this comic book. Comic has been absolutely fantastic. Hopefully you're reading it. Let's keep going. Now we'll hit some of the Marvel 2-in-1 variant covers. They continue Marvel. Yeah, I have Deadpool. I have tons of Deadpool comics. I have first appearance of them. I actually have a good story. I bought the first appearance of Deadpool when it first came out years and years ago on the newsstand, right? And then time passed, and I had thought I'd lost it. And when my grandmother passed away years ago, we went to a house to clean it out, and she had a cedar chest. And in the cedar chest, she had a bunch of my old comic books that she saved for me instead of throwing out. And inside was first appearance of Deadpool. First appearance of Gambit, first appearance of Bishop, a whole bunch of other X-Men she had in a protected in a comic box in a cedar chest. So it was pretty cool that, you know, Grandma was always thinking of me. So, and she saved it for me. So I still have Deadpool first appearance, and I have like his first like 12 appearances. And then at one point I was buying everything he was in, but then it got a little bit too crazy. You can't keep up with Deadpool. So Marvel 2-in-1. This is the Hulk number 19. This is a great cover showing them teaming up. Uncanny X-Men number 6 Marvel 2-in-1 cover. Iron Man number 2 Thing cover. So it's if the Thing was Iron Man. I love these Thing covers. So again, I say this every week. It's kind of weird that Marvel is doing a Marvel 2-in-1 variant cover and a Thing variant cover at the same time in the same month. All of November this has been. Hey, I'm throwing Spider-Boy at you. Spider-Boy number 13. Spider-Boy as the Thing. And finally, the last comic book of the week. Actually, I have one more thing to show. This is Ultimate Black Panther number 10. Comic book is hot. The Ultimate Black Panther series is hot. Hopefully you're reading it. I highly recommend buying it. And finally, my comic shop gifted me this. It's an old joke mini comic, The Flush. That was very nice of them to give me this for free. Also this week we got DC Connect. We see what's coming out soon. This is how I plan the next couple of months. IDW, it's coming out soon. That's a Mothra cover. And finally, Marvel, what's coming out soon. Doom is coming to Marvel Comics. So if you're keep an eye out, there's going to be a lot of crossovers of Black Panther. Yeah, I had Black Panther, the first appearance of Black Panther, and sold it when about 10 years ago, and traded it in for a whole bunch of Flash comic books years and years and years ago before Black Panther was hot. So, guys, there was a lot of you that joined us today. A lot of new people on here. Thank you for watching. Thanks for joining our live. We usually go live at 6 o'clock on Thursdays, so please, Eastern time. So please tune in next Thursday at 6 o'clock. We'll go through everything that we bought. We'll talk comic books. Check out our weekly videos. We have another haul video on Saturday. This past Tuesday, we had an interview with Kevin Scott, who's a great comic book creator. Check that out. Check out our shorts. Give us a like, subscribe, everything else, whatever. Become a member. Give us a gift. Love you guys for watching. Thank you. Really appreciate it. We'll see you next week. Not the same time. 6 o'clock. Here, 6 o'clock. Be here next week. See you next week. Love what you collect. Collect what you love. Galactus is here with us. He's ready to eat Thanksgiving dinner. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Enjoy your weekend if you're off. Hopefully, get your Christmas shopping done. Don't do too much shopping Black Friday. Buy some comic books. I'm going to try to go to 2 conventions this weekend. See ya next